Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov stated that Russia is ready to negotiate terms to end the war in Ukraine, but at the same time maintains a claim of denazification of the country. Kiev does not agree to the conditions imposed by Moscow. At the same time, President Vladimir Zelensky reports on further military successes and calls for acceleration of work on the eighth package of sanctions against Russia. I spoke to the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. I called for accelerating the provision of financial aid to Ukraine. We have discussed new steps on sanctions. The eighth package of sanctions against Russia should include a visa ban for its citizens. No one who participates in this war can benefit from European hospitality. The Ukrainian Operational Command South reported that soldiers had revolted in the Russian 127th Regiment of the 1st Army Corps and refused to participate in combat operations. The staff of the Russian army is trying to improve the difficult personnel situation. In Donetsk, even patients of nearby hospitals are mobilized to fight at the front. In Donetsk, invaders practice a new method of replenishing personnel losses. In recent days, representatives of the Russian army began arriving at local hospitals in the city and forcibly discharged patients. Yesterday evening in Kharkiv, a Russian missile hit an apartment. As a result of the shelling, 2 people were injured. Nearby buildings were badly damaged. I found it. It flew overhead while watching television. I was lying on the sofa and the shard must have gone through my room and then through my child's bedroom because I found it in the kitchen. Fortunately, it only destroyed windows and glass doors. Today, Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Mihal met the President of the European Parliament, Roberta Metsola, to persuade her to fulfill her previously declared commitments to Kiev.
Yeah, the demands were for the European Union to live up to its commitments promised in terms of financial aid, but also military and logistical support. From a Parliament perspective, we made a commitment to do everything we can in the most efficient way possible, as we have since the beginning of this war, in order to do what we need to do for the answers to be given, whether from a practical point of view.
High inflation, fueled by the war in Ukraine, is a serious worry for many Europeans. The difficult situation is exacerbated by today's closure of the Nord Stream 1 pipeline. Gazprom does not announce when the fuel flow will resume. Russia is no longer a reliable energy supplier. It's part of the new reality. The German government prepared for such a scenario. Already at the end of this year, approximately 10 months after the start of the war, the first LNG terminals will be operating in the North Sea.
Etwa 10 Monate nach Beginn des Krieges.
The decision of the Russian concern contributed to an increase in energy prices in Europe, but at present we are dealing with their stabilisation. According to Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki, the European Commission's strategy to fight the energy crisis is ineffective. I demand real action from the European Commission to reduce energy prices in Europe, and this is the basic action, the basic goal. Charles Michel, President of the European Council, said on Saturday that the European Commission should not delay in resolving the energy crisis. In his opinion, the community must limit the maximum price of gas from the east as soon as possible in order to mitigate the effects of the Kremlin's blackmail on European economies.